Billy was playing in the sandbox at his daycare. When he heard someone call, "Hey, kid," he looked around. There were two boys on bicycles outside of the fence. One of them said, "Yeah, you, come over here." Billy got up and walked over to the fence. He had never seen the boys before. They were much older, maybe even 4th or 5th grade. "What's your name, kid?" asked one of them. "Billy Wertheim," Billy said. The boy said, "Well, Billy, we're going to come back here tomorrow, and we're going to kick your butt. And if you tell anyone, we're going to beat you up real bad." Billy couldn't believe what he had heard. "Why are you going to beat me up?" he asked. The boy leaned closer and said, "Because we don't like the way you look." The other boy laughed. Then the boys pushed away from the fence and rode off laughing. Billy felt stunned and confused as he watched them ride away. Although he went back to the sandbox, Billy didn't start playing again. He just sat and thought about being beat up by those big boys. He wondered what was wrong with the way that he looked. When Miss Bowman called the children inside, he wanted to tell her about the boys. But he remembered what they had said would happen if he told anyone. The rest of the day was a blur to Billy. All he could think about was getting beat up by those laughing boys. At the end of the day, Miss Bowman asked him if everything was all right. Billy said yes, it was. When his mother came, Miss Bowman told her that Billy had seemed quiet and distracted much of the afternoon. On the way home, Billy's mother asked him if he felt all right. He said that he felt okay. She asked him if anything was wrong. He said that everything was okay. She looked at him funny. At home, Billy didn't go outside to play. He went to his room and looked at a book for the rest of the afternoon. At supper, his mother said that Billy seemed very quiet. She asked Billy if anything was wrong. Billy said that everything was fine. He wanted to tell her about the big boys, but he didn't want her to know that he was afraid. He wished that his father was there. It was hard for Billy to go to sleep that night. He imagined that he kept hearing those big boys laughing. Billy woke up feeling fine the next morning until he remembered. Today he was going to get beat up. He stopped feeling so fine. At breakfast, his mother felt his forehead to see if he had a fever. She asked him again if he felt all right. She looked worried. Billy's mother took Miss Bowman aside when she dropped Billy off at daycare. They talked quietly for a short time, glancing at Billy now and then. All morning, Miss Bowman paid close attention to Billy, but he didn't notice. He was so anxious about what was going to happen to him that he was unaware of what was going on around him. After lunchtime was rest period. The children got out the mats and lay down on them to be quiet for a while. Billy knew that in just a few minutes after rest period, he would have to go outside and face those big laughing boys. They would kick his butt. Billy was very scared. He started to cry, and right away Miss Bowman was kneeling by his mat. She leaned over and put her hand on his shoulder. "Please tell me what's wrong, Billy," she said. I can't tell you," Billy cried. "Why not?" asked Miss Bowman. Because if I tell anyone, they will beat me up worse," Billy wailed. "Billy, I am not going to let anyone beat you up. Please tell me about it so that I can help," Miss Bowman said. Billy believed that maybe Miss Bowman would protect him from those boys, so he told her about it. The other children all listened with horrified expressions on their faces. When he had finished, Miss Bowman stood up and said, "Billy, when you see those boys, you just point them out to me." Then she hugged him. Miss Bowman clapped her hands and announced, "Nap time's over, children. Put the mats away and let's all go outside." Happy, Penny, and Lucky Ortega stayed close to Billy throughout playtime. They seemed to be daring anyone to try to beat up their friend. Whenever Billy looked around to check on Miss Bowman, she would smile and nod at him. She made him feel safe. He wished that he had told Miss Bowman about those boys right away instead of waiting and worrying so long. Billy actually enjoyed playtime that day. Sometimes he would remember and look around for those big boys. They never came, and then playtime was over. When Chenille Riley, who was in the 4th grade, came to daycare after school and heard about it, she said that those boys had never intended to beat Billy up. They had just wanted to scare him because he was smaller. Well, they had scared him, but they wouldn't be able to scare him like that again. He had learned what to do about it. He could tell Miss Bowman. He smiled at her, and she smiled back.